Alright, back at it, Brap Gang. I actually just finished filming a video you've seen a couple weeks ago, the Spindle video. But Dad and I are gonna go snowmobile shopping today. A pretty beautiful October day. It's like, let's see, 69 degrees out and sunny, so seems like a good day to go check out some sleds. As you may or may not know, the Arctic Cat RR is gone. I sold that like 3 weeks ago, I think, and we're looking for something to replace that. Sorry, I'll go for just one more second and then
I put it. You want me to save the pin for when he comes and picks it up? Well, I'll poke it in, but I won't do what you said.
It does take a little getting used to not being able to see the trailer unless you're looking at far outside sometimes.
oh yeah, it's nice that they're built right into it though.
We're off.
We're off to the races.
Oh, we got a full tank of gas. How much did you put in?
30.
Jeez.
Yeah, right.
I put in 20.
And there was already gas in it.
Right.
4 sleds in 4 years, Rob. Who would have ever thought? Who would have thought the year that I got my first new one that this would actually be like how everything would play out? That'd be 4 years. You know what I mean? I thought if anything it would only be like one, and then maybe down the road we would get you into one.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I didn't think we'd be updating mine anytime soon.
Yeah.
I thought we would just try to pay it down. I was going to try on the tail end of the loan and take it over. But we'll just do it a different way.
Would you have preferred that?
Yeah. Oh, and here's why. Once I drove the longer tracks and I drove the same trails on mine,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, no wonder I can't keep up with these fucking guys.
Saw the light, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to I like to I like to love you every day. I like to love you,
Are they taking it out?
Yeah, they're gonna have enough room there, Kelly?
Where?
Around the sign?
Killer's got it. Fucking ever.
Student teacher takes out a sign.
I like to love you, I like to love you night and day, if I may.
Well, they got stuff.
Yeah. So we got some 4-wheelers and stuff. Hello. Good, how are you?
Hi.
Is Zach here? My sled last year came in, my Polaris came in like January, so. You guys still got used sleds you're trying to sell, or?
Yeah, a few. Probably like 8 or 10.
Yeah. Nice. I didn't know it came with the bag.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, that's cool. I wonder if they added that after the fact. Looking good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I left my camera in the car.
Did you? You want to hold this one?
You want me to go?
Nah, it's alright. Nice. Good stuff.
I can close this door if you want better lighting.
No, it's okay. I'll film it a lot when I get home. Sweet.
Do some wheelies on the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this for, Ralph?
If you wanted to put stuff back to like gas can.
Yeah.
Yeah, type of thing.
Cool. So do you want us to bring our trailer back here once we sign?
Yeah, that works. That'll be the easiest.
Let's say I get her on it.
Yeah, me too.
How long is there? 146, huh?
Yeah. A little longer than mine.
Start it up. Yeah, electric start?
Should. It used to be the key did it, so I'm turning the key over here. smells new still.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's not hot.
It's got the QS3s on it. That'll be cool.
QS3s, WXRZs.
Not that you've ever adjusted anything in your life on a snowmobile.
That's what I got you for, son.
Yeah. How's it feel?
It's already cracking.
Yeah, already breaking it.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Do a few wheelies with it out in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These customer sleds?
The front one is my mechanic.
Oh, okay.
He bought that last year, and
Nice.
the one in the back is new 2020.
Oh, cool.
Limited.
Somebody else ordered a sled?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice. Very cool. What is it, 800 or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
800 limited, and he's doing studs in it,
Oh, cool.
which I think he got done today.
Yeah. It's good looking.
There's no more purple.
Done pretty good over the year. It's not too bad.
And we've had a Polaris.
I was actually, my next thing,
Triple.
what's the most of a brand we've owned?
Well, we had Polaris Triple. We had Polaris Little Guy.
120.
Polaris.
Yeah.
We had 4 Polaris.
4 Polaris.
Then we went from there to the 370.
No, I think Arctic Cats win.
Arctic 370, Arctic Millennial.
Firecat, RR.
Well, then we switched back to you.
Yeah.
Then we did a 550,
TNT.
yeah, it was GNT, what was that? Oh, 500, 550, 500,
Yeah.
800, right? In between the 500 SS and 800, right?
No.
Then you went back to Polaris. Got so many.
But it actually works out. We've had 5 Arctic Cats, 4 Polarises, and 3 Skidoos.
Did you ever imagine when you and I out looking for that very first set, we would never, this many years later, be able to say how many we've had?
No fucking So as you can see, we got the new sled home. It is a 2020 Riot 8000. So there's a few different reasons why I went with this sled. I know I had talked pretty in depth with different people about what I was thinking about getting next year, and I was between brands, another Polaris, another Arctic Cat. I was even contemplating a Skidoo for a while. As you can see, I ended up landing on this. So there's a multitude of reasons why I did that. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I got the Riot. I'm going to come out with another video and do a full walk around on the differences between what I expected and what I got. And also kind of just a little comparison with the Assault. I'll just kind of do a 2-for-1. So first things first, I think it's pretty funny. I filmed this video with the RR 2 years ago, and it's just funny to like listen to myself in the video. I'll put a card up at the top. You guys can click on it and watch it if you've never seen it, but I did like a video where I brought it home and talked about it, and I'm so just, you can tell I'm less comfortable in front of the camera back then. To be able to have 2 sleds to switch back and forth on to, but anyway, so yeah, I was between a few different brands. Like I said, I was contemplating maybe another Polaris. There was a little bit of money from Polaris. If I were to snow check again, I would have gotten, I think it was $500 off. So that was a little bit of a plus. I was contemplating a Skidoo. I'm Rev Rider 550. I haven't really had a Skidoo on the channel since things got to this level. So at some point I do want to do that, but the biggest thing with Skidoo is the prices are just crazy. I get that guys are like, oh, you know, you pay for the best, whatever, to each their own, but for me, I couldn't justify basically $800, $850 money for a 600, and I had no way of getting any discounts. I feel like sled companies should do what car companies do, and if you're coming from another brand, they should come up with like some sort of rebate system. So like, you know, if you're a Chevy buyer and you're coming from a Dodge, you get like an extra rebate. They should do something like that if you're like a Polaris buyer and you're buying a Skidoo. Could have gotten me to get a Skidoo this year if that was the case, but like I said, it was hard to go with a brand where I would be pretty much paying full price when I could get a Polaris at a discounted price, or as all you know, Arctic Cat had the Snowmageddon prices on these sleds, and the biggest thing there was I could get an all-new sled, the Riot. You know, it's got the cross-action skid, all of the stuff I'm going to go over in the walk-around video. I know it's an older chassis, but this is something new to the market this season, whereas if I got an XRS, it's something that's been out, so it's not really anything new to the market. It would just be new to the channel. And I found with the RR, I kind of had an issue where I did bring in Arctic Cat viewers with that sled, but it wasn't really anything that anyone was too interested in like learning about. So that's my big thing with this sled. I did my review last year, got solid views. I've had solid conversations with people about these sleds, and I just really felt like if I could get this sled, it would allow me to now have a really good comparison on the channel to the Assault. I mean, these are solid competitors for one another. Back on the price, I paid $11,700 for this sled. Like I said, the Skidoo would have been around $13,600. And I was over at Ingles over the weekend, and they had an 800 Assault 1.6, had the PIDD, electric start, all that stuff, and that stuff was $14,100. So that would have been pretty much the same size engine. Performance-wise, we're not sure yet. We'll see kind of how everything plays out this season. And I would have been paying almost $3,000 more. And that was just something that I couldn't really justify doing. Like I've always said, my second sled's going to be my second sled. You know what I mean? My main sled is the Assault. It holds that place. Next season, you never know. I could be upgrading it to something else. We'll see what comes out. But I'm not at the place yet where I can just have two top tier sleds. I kind of need to have something that is still affordable but still interesting to the channel. And I really feel like this was the sled to do that with. This sled will obviously be there for my dad when he comes up. He's going to be working Saturdays more this year, so he won't come up quite as often, but he'll still be there. Or whoever else I bring. You know, I have other friends that want to come riding. This is a great sled for that. It's something I'm going to want to be on. I'm going to want to try it off trail. It's got a lot of cool features that are all a little bit different than the Assault. Some things are the same as the Assault. So it's just going to be cool to see brand to brand how things stack up. And I know I have a lot of diehard Polaris fans on the channel. I appreciate the heck out of you guys. I love Polaris. I want to emphasize that I'm not brand biased at all. If something came out from Skidoo that could possibly replace the Assault and I was interested enough in it, it would be something that I would consider. And at all times, that's kind of how I feel. But I'm probably never going to own two Polarises at one time. It would have to be something like a race replica. It would have to be the full like Axis R chassis with like maybe like a new motor in order for me to make the leap to having two Polarises on the channel. It's nothing against Polaris. I love them. You know, I'm all about them, but it just doesn't vary the content enough. A new chassis might also do it. You know, if like let's say this last year a new chassis had come out, I would have kept my Assault and maybe hopped into the new chassis for my second sled. But I'm not sure there'll ever be a point on my channel where I have two of the same, you know, Axis chassis sleds, but just small variations. It was something I contemplated again this year because, like I said, the prices were there. There was, you know, the possibility of ordering something custom, having something cool on the channel, but it just would have been too similar. And to make, like, let's say I bought an Indy XC 137, to make the move to buying a sled just to compare a skid, for me, I couldn't make it make sense right now. Like I said, there could be something in the future. It could make more sense in the future, but as of right now, that's just kind of where I'm at. Sorry if I got any of you guys too excited for a new Polaris, but there's just nothing new with the Assaults this year. The engine does have some updates, some stuff internally that is going to change them. They do have updated software on them. I can get that on my 2019 if I so choose. Nothing's really, mine's run great, so I'm not too concerned with that, but yeah, other than that, it would just be new colors. And like I said in that last video about the Spindles, I love the spec I chose. I'm super happy with it. I think it's awesome that really they've only done a lime tunnel 1 year, and it was last year on the sled. So that's why I kind of steered away from Polaris for this year, but you never know. Like I said, it might make sense in the future, but in general, as of now, with how things have played out over the years, it'll probably always be two brands on the channel. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope none of you were too disappointed that it wasn't some sort of other sled or something else you might have guessed. I know I'm excited. I know I've talked to some cat guys that, I don't know if they even knew I was a cat guy because I'm probably really associated with my Polaris. They might be surprised that I got a Riot. I did like it a lot in the video. I was just, in my review video, trying to be as honest as possible about the ride itself. And that's kind of what reviews are all about, their opinions, you know what I mean? There was so much about the sled that I did like and so much that I felt made sense for the channel. And I'm glad I pulled the trigger, and I'm glad I could bring something cool for this season, and it should be an awesome year. I'm hoping and I'm thinking this is going to be something that I'm going to want to actually swap onto, whereas the RR, as cool of a sled as it was, being a 600, being a couple years older, you know, after my initial rides on it, I just never really had too much of a desire to get off my 850 and get onto that. So I think this, for so many different comparison reasons, I'm going to want to ride it, and also just cool factor. I mean, it's a cool sled. It's something new on the market, and there's a lot, especially with me trying to get better at off-trail riding and like improve my skills, that I kind of want to feel the differences of. Hope you guys enjoyed the pickup video. Like I said, I'm going to have another video that's going to be a comparison between the two sleds. That'll be coming out soon. Appreciate the support, and I hope you guys are excited for winter.